My beautiful friends, I wanted to come on and do a reading. It's actually Halloween today, and I'm going to do another reading. I won't be posting this reading until the 1st of November. This is a timeless reading. But the downloads I was getting were very heavy, and when you see my Halloween costume, maybe you'll understand why I didn't feel it was appropriate for me to wear that Halloween costume during this reading. This is a very heavy reading that I'm picking up on, and so I'll be interested to see what comes out. I'll be interested to see if it's your energy or their energy. We're in the middle of a hurricane right now. We're getting part of Hurricane Melissa, so the name Melissa could be symbolic. I'm also hearing confusion between the head and the heart, or the ego. So you could really be in your ego right now, or this person could be. Like I said, I'm not sure whose energy I'm picking up on. I felt called to come on and do a reading about how this person is feeling, and we'll look at you as well. It's pouring here right now, and like I said, when you see my Halloween costume, you'll understand why I didn't want to wear it for this reading, because it's very heavy. So someone could be sitting in sadness right now is what I'm hearing. For names, I was picking up on the name London could be symbolic, or London the place. John, Tim, Melissa, Hurricane Melissa. That's what I'm hearing, actually, an internal hurricane. So maybe you're having a hard time seeing light of the situation, or your person is. Initials I was getting was MJTBSWHCLPA. I was also seeing an empty tree, like a completely bare tree, and like no leaves. And I was hearing something about how things needed to be removed, maybe negative energy or negative emotional patterns. There go my dogs. And I talk about trees sometimes, and about how in the fall they release all the leaves so that there can be new growth. So there could have been a tower moment or a breakup between you and this person. I feel like you're in separation just because of the music that was coming through. And I have like two different types of music coming through. One of them is from 1995, and then the other is Justin Bieber, so more recent. I was hearing I've Been Thinking About You by London Beat, and I actually looked it up, and it's from November 20th, 1995. So November 20th could be symbolic, or 1995. I've Been Thinking About You, London Beat. And then I was picking up on a song. I think I've only ever heard it once. It's called Come Back. So I looked it up, and I looked at the lyrics, and the lyrics are so many words unspoken, so many doubts, so many fears. And then I got a lot of music in this one. She's Gone by Daryl Hall and John Oates. So those names could be symbolic as well. And then I was picking up on the song Ghost by Justin Bieber, and Sorry by Justin Bieber. And for some reason, I was hearing I'm missing more than your body. So this could have been a connection where maybe you had, a lot of passion between you, or a lot of sexual chemistry. Maybe this person led you to believe it was just a fling or something, or it was just sex. But I kept hearing that I'm missing more than your body. Anyway, some random downloads today. So yeah, I'm going to post this the day after Halloween. But let's get into it. I am going to pull charms, so if the sound bothers you, turn down your volume until I'm done. What I'll do is you can hit mute right now. I'll pull all the charms, and then I'll read them all together so that you don't have to listen to the sound of it if it bothers you. So I'm going to get a charm first. That one wants to come. Turn down your volume if it bothers you. All right, what do we have? Whoops, I'm gonna pull the charms. Sorry, let's look away. I hope you're having a good Halloween. I saw a cute joke. Do you want to hear it? What did the marshmallow say to the ghost? I'm tired of your boo sheet. Ghost by Justin Bieber. Sorry, I feel the charms energetically, so I wait until I feel some energy and then I pull them. All right. My thoughts create my reality and I choose wisely. That's your affirmation that just popped down. Now I'm getting letters. I also saw something really sad in my comment section yesterday. It was someone saying, people never change. Leopards don't change their spots. Zebras don't change their stripes. And it broke my heart a little. And if that's how you feel, then you're ultimately saying that you're not capable of change either. Anyway, let me get a few more. That wasn't very many. Black pickup truck could be symbolic. My hair is wild today from the rain. All right, that's good. So there, turn your volume up. All right, so that is interesting. For the tarot charms, we have the Four of Cups. Someone here could have a drinking problem. And I understand that sometimes people choose addiction over love. I get it. I get how frustrating that must be for you if you're connected to someone with addictions. But as a former addict, as a recovering addict, as a recovering alcoholic, it's hard to understand if you don't understand that addiction. The life of an addict can be very lonely. Anyway, I just felt like saying that. But yeah, we have this Four of Cups, and as you can see, this cat is holding on to a bottle. So someone here could be drinking right now, drowning their sorrows, I'm hearing. Four of Cups, you could feel like this person took you for granted. There could be feelings of not being happy with the way things turned out. Maybe someone was so focused on other things like addictions or partying that they didn't see your worth. There's a spilled cup there. Anyway, Four of Cups is, it's unhappiness. And then we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. And we have these two little this black and white kitty. So this person could have chosen addictions over you, or maybe you had to make the hard choice to walk away from someone who had addictions or wasn't seeing your worth or wasn't someone who was taking you for granted. And that can be very hard too, because even though I'm a recovering addict, I was connected to addicts and sometimes you have to make that choice to walk away. So yeah, very heavy energy here. This clearly shows a love connection, lovers, perhaps divine connection. Perhaps you still feel their energy. Perhaps their energy is what I'm picking up on, and maybe you're picking up on it too. It's hard energy to, it's heavy. All right. So for charms, we have the guitar again, electric guitar, bass. I always hear Aerosmith with this one. Music could be symbolic. That was a lot of music that came through during my meditation. We have the moon here. You could be a divine feminine. This is a white moon. Someone could be in their emotions here, feeling a lot of concern or feeling uncertain about the future of this connection. Did I say fear? I was hearing fear. We have the ladybug, which is actually a really good omen. I'm hearing vibrant new beginnings. Interesting. I was just counting the dots on this ladybug. There's 14 dots on this ladybug, which is giving me the energy of temperance. So perhaps there was something out of balance in this connection. Perhaps there was an energetic imbalance. Maybe you were giving more than you were receiving in this connection. It's also about patience, temperance. We have a leaf, and that's kind of falling in line with that download I was getting of the empty tree. So perhaps, you know, something needed to be removed or something needed to be released in this situation. We have a turtle. So this could be someone or you that stores or that has a lot of trauma that you've experienced in your life. The turtle can represent storing that trauma underneath your shell. So someone could have a lot of accumulated trauma is what I'm hearing. Also very slow moving energy. Someone could be a writer. It's also giving me hermit energy. We have an angel wing. So perhaps there's been someone who's passed on. I feel like your angels are guiding this connection. We have a music note, and it's pink, and pink is connected to love. So it makes sense that I was hearing all those love songs about a broken heart. Oh dear. We have a horse, chariot energy. Also the energy, you could be dealing with, like, I don't know why I'm hearing Knight of Wands, but you could have been dealing with someone who was inconsistent, hot and cold. I'm thinking of the horse card in the animal deck. When I picked this up, it was in reverse. It was upside down. And this could be someone when they feel weak or triggered, they run away. This is interesting. We have the key, the lock, sorry, not the key, the lock. Oh, now I'm hearing another song. You're the locksmith? I don't know what song that is. You're the locksmith. You might want to look up that song. You could feel like this person has the key to your heart. I feel like you probably have the key to theirs. It could also be that something's locked here until there's a lesson that's learned. We do have this love message here. So maybe this person is wanting to reach out to you but isn't in a place to do so, because some of the songs, it's come back, and then I've been thinking about you, she's gone, ghost, sorry. So someone could want to reach out and apologize, but maybe they're not. I hope you don't get a drunk text because of that 4 of Cups that I was seeing where the cat was drinking. If they send you a drunk text, don't respond. I'm hearing, like, I'd be careful with that one. But then look at what we have. We have the axe, or the whatever this is. And this is about maybe somebody cut you off, or maybe you had to cut someone off. This is about stopping the pattern, breakup, separation. And then for letters, we have X, S, R, Z, L, K, O, E, U, M, L, W, A, O, U. All right. I hope this person doesn't owe you money. I don't know why I just heard that. All right, so let's put the charms away. I feel like I need to go have a nap sitting in this energy. Maybe you're trying to nap right now and you're listening to me to fall asleep. All right. So I'm going to start with this card. This person could have been more interested in partying with their friends or being single. We do have healing heart, so there could have been something, healing heartbreak, addiction, toxicity. Let's see what's going on here. I'm also using a tarot deck that I've never used on my channel. It's called the Hush Tarot. One of you recommended it. Yeah, we've got nostalgia on the bottom. Hush Tarot, so it makes me think of like hush, silence. We have looking at you, missing you, nostalgia, wanting to make new memories, not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear, frustration. Someone could be, and I don't say this lightly, someone could be in victim mentality, or they could be like in Five of Cups energy. Very sad, not feeling like they're enough. That person or this person could have also triggered that within you. Remember I said I was feeling someone sitting in like ego or fear. You know, Eight of Swords. So let's see what's going on here. This is going to be their feelings. It's all making sense. Okay. It's all making sense. So we have camera reminiscing, wanting to make new memories. Somebody is definitely thinking about you, wanting to learn from the past. So they know they need to learn from the past before they come towards you. So I'm not sure what happened between you. Maybe I'll maybe I'll pull a few tarot cards. We do have sunglasses, watching, looking, perception. So someone's perception could be changing. They could be seeing a new perspective of this, especially with the songs I was channeling. This could have been someone who acted like they didn't care that you broke up, or they seemed to move on really easily. But right now they're sitting in their feelings and they're watching you, which means they're, you know, they want to know what you're up to. They could be seeing how your energy is, seeing if you're showing any signs of sadness. But this shows that they're not feeling confident enough to come towards you, so they're kind of watching you from the shadows. We have, this is good, we have self-worth and value. So this could be you too. Time to heal, shadow work. So someone is working on their shadows here. And I feel like this is probably a two-way street I'm hearing. Probably both of you needed to do some healing. This person clearly needs to do some shadow work, and they're learning from the past. Their perspective is changing. And then we have coffee cup. So someone wanting to meet and talk with you, but it came out, these were the first two to come out actually, not today. So this is someone who's thinking, remember that, thinking about messaging you, but lacking the confidence to do so. They're watching you from the shadows. I'm hearing they're in a dark place. Boundaries and hurt. So you could have put up boundaries with this person and maybe they don't know how to come back. Come back, the song. So many words unspoken, so many doubts, so many fears. I just made that connection. Avoiding conversations, still upset. So they could feel like you're still upset. This could be you as well. Maybe you have them blocked. Maybe they tried to reach out, but you said, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to talk about it. We do have the sword and the rose, clarity and truth, revelation, determination. So there is some sort of revelation happening with this person, because I did set out to make this about your person. I always get Queen of Swords with this as well. So maybe for some of you, you're in Queen of Swords energy. You know, maybe you have boundaries up. Maybe you told this person, I know my worth. Maybe you set a boundary when it came to their addictions. Again, I don't blame you. I also believe, like, I used to watch intervention all the time. And sometimes that's the only way you can help someone, is to stop enabling them and remove your energy. So maybe you had to make a hard decision. Like if you weren't happy with the way things were going, I'm thinking of the Lovers and the Four of Cups. You could have had to choose yourself. And you should choose yourself. So you could be protecting your energy right now, but I feel like this person is having a lot of revelations, but they're still not ready to talk to you. And I'm hearing they're drowning in their feelings right now. All right. So this is gonna be about your person. This is gonna be about your person. And like I said, you could be picking up on this energy right now. So where do I want to begin? I'm just gonna get a couple tarot cards, and then I'm gonna get an oracle deck, and then I'm gonna go back to tarot. All right, so like I said, I'm using the Hush Tarot, and I'm just going to shuffle it a few times. I'm still breaking this deck in, but it felt, I've been waiting for Temperance. No way! I've been waiting to use it. I've been waiting until my guides were like, this is a reading where you need to use it, and this was it. So we do have Temperance. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. That's interesting. That reminds me of a Queen of Swords portrait, art, picture. Someone created a piece of art with the Queen of Swords, and she had ripped a masculine's head off. Maybe that was you. Someone asked me, they said they find it confusing because they don't know if I'm channeling, is this person a man or a woman? I don't channel gender. Even in tarot, the cards are not about gender. It's about energy. We all have both feminine and masculine energies within us. And there's so many masculines, men, gender, who are in more feminine energy. That doesn't mean anything about your gender or your sexual preferences or anything. There's nothing wrong with that. And I can see how it can be confusing. Temperance is about balancing your feminine and masculine energies. We're supposed to have a healthy balance of both. So just know that when I'm talking about these energies and I say feminine and masculine, I'm not talking about gender. Eight of Swords. Trapped in the mind, feeling stuck, feeling like, they can't come towards you. Could be connected to trauma that makes you feel stuck, but if you heal it, you're not stuck. I'm thinking about pulling a shadow card for this person, actually. We have the Moon. Oh my gosh, it's all making sense. Look at that. Whoever suggested this deck, thank you. The Moon. So that is the energy of, uncertainty, fear, shadow work, heightened emotions. Look how dark it is here. This weather does not go with my costume. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to get any cards right this second. I just need to shuffle it one more time. Whenever I haven't used a deck, I feel the need to, I've shuffled it plenty when I've been getting to know it, but the Four of Cups. Makes sense. All right. Deep breath. What do we got? We got the High Priestess. So you could be feeling very silent and guarded right now, this person being silent and guarded with you. We've got the Five of Swords here. So someone is in their head. We've also got Capricorn energy with the Page of Pentacles. So someone is thinking about coming towards you with an offer, but they're in their head. This person could have self-sabotaged. Remember that card, fear and ego issues? Self-sabotage. So that's what happens when we're full of trauma and we're operating from a place of ego and fear. We self-sabotage. And the High Priestess, you could have pulled your energy back from this person. Intuitively, you could have seen through those self-sabotaging behaviors. But, it's like addiction, right? You can't make someone see their shadows. You can tell them about it, but it's up to them to recognize them and heal them. We can't do that for them. Pisces energy. So yeah, you could be quite silent and guarded with this person. has a hard time focusing on rainy days. All right, so I'm just going to get a card for, we're going to look at you. So show me the viewer. I'm not, okay, one more. Okay, so we've got the Page of Swords. So you could be taking a course, or you could be learning something. Eight of Pentacles on the bottom. So you could be taking a course towards your mission. You could be educating yourself in some way with the Page of Swords. Maybe you're even keeping an eye on this person with this energy. Page of Swords, this is also about getting more information. So you could be open to communicating with them, but you would want to get more information. Like maybe you wouldn't want to let them silent and guarded. Maybe you wouldn't want to let them into your energy until you know they've been healing or they've changed. We also have the Six of Pentacles. So you could be in the energy where, you know, if this person was willing to learn from you, you could help them heal. Maybe you even struggled with what they struggle with, whether it's shadow or addiction. Six of Pentacles, you know, this is the energy of someone who can help others. So you could definitely be a healer or someone working on your mission, someone who has the ability to help others in some way. But, you know, we can't help others unless they want to help themselves. I'm seeing Jerry Maguire, help me, help you, help me, help you. If someone doesn't want to help, we can't help them. It's like what I do. I can channel this energy. It's up to the person watching if they want to heal or not, if they want to work on their shadows. Anyway, it's also about reciprocity and equal give and take. And remember, we had that Temperance card. So you could be wanting, you know, maybe you have a boundary up because you want equal give and take and reciprocity. We have the Seven of Cups. So that shows confusion. Maybe you were feeling like an option. You know, maybe this person was prioritizing other things over you and made you feel like an option. There's confusion here. Maybe you're confused if this person even has feelings for you or if they could change. I have to believe that people can change. I've seen people change. I've changed, therefore I believe people can change. And again, if you have the mindset that people never change, that's more so a reflection on what's going on within you. But yeah, Seven of Cups, confusion. I'm also getting like the energy that there's nothing you can do about this, or you feel like maybe you tried to help this person, but it almost feels like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it. Like, look at this image. This feminine is on this horse, and this horse is all bound. So it feels like you're confused how to help this person, and maybe the only way you knew how to help them was to step away. Let's see your person. Temperance. So you could be very focused on yourself right now. Trying to be patient. Let's see your person's energy. This is where it's going to be interesting. Show me your person's energy. All right. So here we go. I knew it was them. I knew it was them. So I've got some nudity on one of these cards, so I'm going to have to be careful how I show it, but I'll show you the first two that came out. We have, that's interesting. First, we have, sorry, they're all Roman numerals, and I'm still learning those. We have the Nine of Swords. So someone all up in their head feeling anxious. I almost didn't want to do this reading. That's the anxiety that I was picking up on. You know how it feels like when you have too much coffee? I haven't had too much coffee. The song Yellow could be symbolic. Someone could be worried about their past here. But yeah, Nine of Swords. So someone is up in their head, sleepless nights, anxiety, overthinking, fear, needing to heal. This card in reverse is about healing and recovery. And a lot of the times addicts know, they might deny it to you, or people who, actually that's not necessarily true, but I knew that I had a problem, but I would deny it to the people around me. There's a need for healing and recovery in your person's energy. We've also got the Four of Wands in reverse. So someone's feeling very unstable. Someone could have had a fear of commitment or was anxious about commitment. This is very unstable energy. And then we have Justice. So this person could be overthinking how they wronged you. They could be wanting to make things right, wanting to apologize. Let me just cover up the nips. Justice, Libra energy. And justice will be served. So if this person wronged you in some way, they would have got their karmic justice. They could have blamed you unfairly. That's another thing, when someone needs to heal or someone has an addiction, I kind of associate it all with that devil energy. Sometimes what happens is if you try and help them, Six of Pentacles, they blame you. They say, well, what about when you do this? What about when you do this? What about what you did to me in the past? And it's like to deflect away from what you're trying to help them with. So someone feeling like they need to apologize to you, to take accountability. Listen to that rain. Can you hear that? Lack of support, instability, feeling unwelcome, lack of roots, home conflict, fear of commitment, workplace conflicts, office conflicts, unstable finances. There's a lot of insecurity when it comes to their home environment, family members, or you, a romantic connection. So you can see their energy is not great. What was I going to pull a card on? I've already forgotten. I don't even remember. Let's look at the past. Let's look at the past. What can you tell me about past energy? Past. So we have the Two of Cups. So there was, you could be the same gender. You don't have to be, but these two people are the same gender. Two of Cups. So there was love here. There was reciprocated energy. There was mutual feelings, whether they told you that or not. Remember what I was hearing? I miss more than your body. So there was love here, the coming together of two people. We've got let me think about this for a minute. We've got the Four of Pentacles, insecurity. We've got the Four of Cups. And we've got the King of Swords. So, in the past, you could have been dealing with someone who is very emotionally detached. They could have been very cold with you. They could have been someone who didn't... That's interesting. Thanks, Spirit. I'll get back to that. They could have been someone who had a hard time taking accountability. I'm seeing the shadow of King of Swords. No, this is the King of Wands. Sorry. This is the King of Wands. But everything I said for a reason. So this could have been someone who was emotionally detached, didn't know how to show emotion, even though there was feelings there. They could have been cold with you. They could have said harsh words to you. They could have had a hard time taking accountability. This is actually the King of Wands. So the shadow of the King of Wands could be someone who prioritized other things over this connection, prioritized their hobbies, addictions, full of ego. And like I said, if you were trying to help somebody full of ego, it's possible that they projected back onto you. We have the Four of Cups. So someone was taking you for granted. Someone wasn't seeing what was right in front of them. They were focused on other cups. They didn't see that cup that was right there trying to give them love. That must have been the Six of Cups that I saw before when I was shuffling. So this is the Four of Cups. Is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So yes, thank you for reminding me, Spirit. The Four of Pentacles can be described as Gollum with the ring in Lord of the Rings. That's how Naked by the Moon describes the Four of Pentacles. And it's funny because I associate that movie with addiction. The Ring with addiction. So addiction or this person's ego could have really consumed them, or darkness could have consumed them. There was definitely insecurity, fear, ego here. And, someone not seeing that what was right in front of them. Four of Cups. Neither of you were happy with how things were going either, especially if there was an imbalance. I just want to see how you perceive. There's a reason. Listen. There's a reason I got that download about the King of Swords. Look what's right underneath. King of Swords. It all makes sense, Spirit. And then we've got the Four of Swords. So someone withdrew their energy. And we have 444. So please, I kept seeing 44 on the timer. 444 on the timer. It was for your protection. I imagine you got hurt in this connection, and I imagine you could have got more hurt if this person hadn't pulled away. Or you hadn't put up a boundary, whatever it is. Four of Swords. My goodness. Four of Wands? No, that's not the Four of Wands. I'm confusing myself. Wait a minute. I still believe they're in Four of Wands in reverse, but this is the Nine of Wands. This person could have been really confusing. Nine of Wands in reverse. Let's look at that. Defensive. They could have their guard up. Not ready to deal with a conversation. And I'm hearing it's actually a blessing in disguise, like the vulture, because it's allowing them to feel these emotions. Defensiveness, refusing compromise. Relationship failing despite one person putting in all the work, the imbalance of energy. Confining themselves with limiting beliefs or victim stories. Remember I said victim mentality. It all makes sense. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to go to the feelings now. And then we'll get back to tarot. Longing, first cut. Longing, missing you, yearning, pining, needing, wanting, nostalgic, craving, wishing. This person, I'm hearing rock bottom. When you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. They need to hit their rock bottom. As much as you want to help them. because I feel like you want to help them. Sabotaging, self-sabotage, ruining things for myself, victim mentality. And seriously, victim mentality. I'm ruining things for myself. I sabotage everything. But you could flip that mindset around and say, I know I sabotaged this. How can I fix it? How can I make amends? Listen to that rain cleansing. That's intense. Distant. So right now they're feeling very distant, needing space, shut down, detached, cold, removed, withdrawn. Everything I just said about the King of Swords and the Four of Swords. Sulky. I shouldn't laugh. But seriously, they need to sit in their feelings about this. This is what will lead them to clarity and healing. How is this person feeling right now? Worthless. Oh my goodness. And I know, you know what? I'm having a hard time giving you this message because you have the Six of Pentacles there. You have the Page of Swords there. You clearly had feelings for this person. If you're watching this, you probably still do. And I feel like everything in you wanted to help this person and probably still does. And hearing this is probably making you want to reach out to them. And it's like I'm tearing up thinking about it. It's really, you can do what you want. You have free will. If you want to reach out to them and make sure they're okay, just don't expect anything in return. Prepare yourself that you might get ego or defensiveness. You know, when somebody gets super defensive, it's an indication that a wound or their ego is being triggered. You know, just like when somebody would try to tell me, I think you have a drinking problem, I would get extremely defensive. And that's when the deflection comes in. And I just know, Six of Pentacles, I know you feel like you could help this person, but you can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. This is how they're feeling right now. Worthless. No one cares. I don't matter. I'm defective. I'm no good. I'm flawed. I'm unwanted. And that's not the truth. I think they're wanted by you. I think you do care. I think they matter to you. We have stressed, pressured, burdened, tense, bothered, worried, agitated, troubled, weighed down. Why am I hearing Simon and Garfunkel? Like a bridge over troubled water? We have curious, watching, Page of Swords energy, so they're keeping an eye on you. They're curious about how you're doing. Snooping, spying, watching you. We also have impatient. So this person could be impatient about, like, maybe they were expecting you to reach out. Hurry up, losing patience. They could be losing patience with themselves. Come on, wanting change, testing patience. Had enough, eager, slow moving. And you know what? If this person, I feel like the days could feel, what is with music in this one? The days could feel very long to them right now. What is that song I'm hearing? Hang on, I gotta just listen to this for a minute. And you don't need to watch me listen to my internal jukebox, do you? I started getting like a crossover. I started hearing Everybody Hurts by REM, which is from 1992, so the 90s could be symbolic. But there was another one I was hearing that I just slurred my words, addictions. I just can't figure out what it is. Oh, hang on. I should just sing it for you because you'd know what it is. But every time I get to the chorus, it turns into a different song, which is so frustrating to me. Anyway, if it comes to me, I'll mention it. How is this person feeling right now? Overwhelmed. Oh my gosh. Too challenging, emotional pressure, stressed, burdens, suddenly hit hard. So moved. A lot to take on, unable to cope. Sorry. That's good. That's good. Regretful, knowing they were in the wrong, sad, remorseful, apologetic, wanting to send an olive branch. Sorry they can't. Not today, right? I think this person would be too fragile to build something solid with you right now. Feeling bad, feeling guilty. Let's see what they're feeling sorry for. Regret. So they're feeling sorry for being distant with you, being cold with you, needing space, shutting down. Someone who shuts down, that's somebody who has a lot of trauma. Cold, removed, withdrawn. That's what they're sorry for. We have regret. It's interesting, the cards that are coming out. Sadness, remorse, disappointed, wishing they could change things. And that's the thing. The people who sit around, I wish I could change this, I wish I could change that, but I can't, so why bother? You can. I like the colors of that card. I'm not laughing much during this reading. We have their reactions. So this person feels regret and is sorry for wanting a reaction from you. Gaslighting, attention seeking, provoking. Oh dear. They feel regret for avoiding feeling humiliated. And that's what I mean by someone who is defensive and someone who is in their ego and redirects. That's someone who's saving face. Covering up a mistake, excuse for failings. It's all making sense now. This person needs some time in the oven, if you know what I mean. They need some more time to cook. Do you know what I mean by that? It's not about sticking them in an oven. It's about, I think it's good that this person isn't reaching out right now because I don't think that they could apologize. But do they have the actions to back up that apology yet? So let's see how you're feeling about them. How are you feeling about them? Oh. The Sun. So you could see that you could feel like they have a lot of healing they need to do. You could also see them clearly. You could see them as your divine masculine, the crows outside. Brown eyes could be symbolic. You could see, I hate to say this, but you could see their potential if they healed. Maybe you feel like you could help heal them. We have the Three of Pentacles. So you feel like you could, I do feel like you could help this person. I do feel like you could help this person. Maybe you feel like they need a mediator or a counselor to help them. You could be connected through work. We also have the Ace of Wands. You could know they're watching you. Green eyes could be symbolic. This is such an interesting card to me. This is the Ace of Wands, but look at this. So you could feel a soul spark with them, or you could feel them in your energy. You could be feeling very inspired to reach out and see if you can help them. Again, you do what you feel called to do. I can't tell you what to do. But this is the type of energy that your person is in that leads to change. that leads to healing and recovery. I'm getting a feeling that you are an empath. Yeah, there's definitely something here about healing. The star is right underneath. 555. So you feel like there's positive changes they could make or need to make. I have the feeling you're an empath. The energy that I'm picking up on, wanting to help this person. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? We have the Two of Wands, so they feel stuck. Four of Swords, yeah. So they're feeling like they need to withdraw right now, that they need to heal before they come towards you. The Two of Wands shows they feel stuck. There's a fear of coming towards you. I do believe they're gaining clarity, especially with those. I can't believe the cards that came. I can. The cards that came out in that pink deck. Two of Wands. So right now they feel it's safer to stay where they are. It's safer to stay withdrawn. Not today, right? Four of Wands underneath for how they feel about you. So they do feel like they want to come home. We have the Three of Swords in reverse for how they feel about you. So they want to make amends. They want to apologize. They want to reconcile with you. They want to come home. My daughter's messaging me. We have the Fool in reverse for how they're feeling about you. So they're afraid to take that leap of faith. Let them. I know it's so hard, but you may be thinking right now, Ace of Wands, oh, well, if they want to talk to me, maybe I'll just reach out. They need to find their strength and reach out to you. But again, you do whatever you want. I just feel like for some of you, if you reach out, it could stop this awakening that this person is having right now. Missed opportunity, Fool in reverse. Oh my goodness. Let's get one more for how they're feeling about you. Tower. Death. So they are having revelations. Let them go through this tower. Sorry, this is the Tower. They know they have to make foundational shifts if they're going to come towards you. They're having a revelation right now. I'm hearing like just let them sit there in their tower moment and find their strength. I know it's hard. Like I can feel the energy coming from these cards over here is like you want to help this person. I think that you tried to help this person. We have the Knight of Wands for how they feel about you. So there is a lot of attraction here. This is also about like inconsistency, hot and cold behavior. So this person could be having a revelation that they, didn't treat you fairly or that they were very inconsistent with you. We have the Three of Cups. This is a tough one. And she's naked. I'm missing more than your body, remember? These naked cards coming out for how they feel about you. So for how they feel about you, I think they're missing you right now, missing your friendship. I do feel like they want to reunite with you. You could have also called them out on their drinking, is what I'm hearing. I don't know why I just said that. On their addictions or their shadows. There's a reason I said it. Knight of Wands, this person has a lot of passion for you, lots of attraction. They're feeling, fear of commitment. Maybe they couldn't handle more than being friends with you. You could be a free spirit. They definitely didn't commit to you. What was I asking? Was this how you felt about them? I'm having a hard time in your person's energy. Their head is all over the place. If this is how you're feeling about them, I'm just looking back. I feel like I was asking how you feel about them, but I completely distracted myself, or they distracted me. Knight of Wands, hot and cold, inconsistent, fear of commitment, someone who's erratic. Three of Cups, this person could have prioritized drinking, partying with their friends. You could be wanting to be a friend to this person right now. The Tower, that shows destruction. It shows an unstable relationship that came to an end with death. I must have been asking how you felt about them. I want to look at their current intentions. Let's hope it's healing. What are their intentions? Let's hope it's healing. Let's hope, let's hope, let's hope. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, and we've got the Six of Wands. So their intentions right now are to work on their confidence, to have success. Seven of Pentacles shows this person's intentions are to invest in this connection and have a successful outcome with you. Seven of Pentacles. But it's about waiting. So this person's intentions could be to wait and then reach out to you online, or wait until they're out of their ego, until they're in a better headspace. It's also about wanting to make you feel loved and seen and recognized, the Six of Wands. And then we've got the King of Swords on the bottom. And because it's Two of Cups, so this person intends, 333 on the timer, intends to engage in an honest and heartfelt conversation with you, with the Two of Cups and the King of Swords, to bring clarity and truth to this. But they're waiting. And I think it's good that they're waiting, because they're clearly not in the headspace to do so right now. What action will this person be taking towards you? And, okay. Yeah, Six of Cups. That's what I thought was the Four of Cups. So Six of Cups, they will be reaching out to you. What was I just about to say? Your person's having a hard time focusing. So Six of Cups for actions. They will be returning here. That's hearing from this person. That's reunion. That's making, or nostalgia. But anyway, that is hearing from this person. We have the Four of Wands coming home. Union energy. So you have reunion and union. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse, which is about, remember, they're in overwhelm right now. And if you look at this image, this is someone who feels like they have this giant sitting on their shoulders, and they're emerging here with the wand. This is what I mean about let this person sit in this energy. You know the expression, I don't understand expressions, but the straw that broke the camel's back, that's what's happening right now. And the Ten of Wands talks about when that weight gets so heavy that they can't bear it anymore, that's when they come out with the Ace of Wands and take action. This is about when their load feels lighter. There's that song again. It's driving me crazy. Hang on. Demons. Imagine Dragons. Demons. That was the song I was hearing. I figured it out. Anyway. So when their load feels lighter, that's when they're going to take action. Knight of Cups is over here on top of your little Ace of Wands. Knight of Cups. So this is about someone wanting to rekindle something. Romantic messages. All right. What advice do you need? You know what? Let's just to see what Spirit says. If you are feeling really called to take action towards this person, I just want to see what Spirit says about that. Five of Pentacles. That feels like a no. Five of Pentacles. I feel like that's a no. We have the World on the bottom. And the World is about chapters ending. And it's almost like Spirit is saying, let this chapter end. Let it close out. They need to complete their own cycle. You don't want to get stuck in a cycle of enabling someone. Also, I'm being reminded that I mentioned the 555 on the timer and I talked about positive changes. That is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels like if you reached out, it wouldn't help this person overcome adversity or make positive changes. It would leave you feeling left out in the cold. Let's confirm that. I just want to make sure. I don't know why. Two of Pentacles, they still wouldn't be able to give you consistent energy. They need to find their own balance. They hold the key to this, is what I'm hearing. And they're sitting on top of what looks like a tower. No, it's a grenade. Don't do it. Don't pull the pin. That's interesting. Don't pull the pin. That bird, that's horrible, is about to pull the pin out of that grenade. I'm hearing don't do it. What was I saying before I saw that? Your person's energy is just like, whew. Can't think straight. Can't think straight. The Hermit. Don't do it. Don't do it. The Hermit. Withdraw your energy. They need to do some soul searching. They need the reflection. This is what's going to lead them to their awakening. And look at this. We have the Moon. They need to sit in their emotions. And if you want to reach them, you can reach them energetically. Send them peace and love. Write them a letter. Don't send it. Write it. Sleep with it under your pillow. Destroy it. Burn it. Release it to the full moon. Speak to them out loud. Look at yourself in the mirror. Talk to them out loud. They'll get the message energetically. Your emotions could be making you want to pick up that phone, right? Especially, like I said, I feel like whoever's watching this just wants to reach out and help them. Anyway, I can't remember what I was saying before I looked at that. High Priestess, silent and guarded. Send them an intuitive message, my friend. Send them an intuitive message. All right. I'm just going to get a few channeled messages from them. I have never been able to express how much you truly mean to me due to past trauma. And that whole thing about people can never change, you don't, even if somebody has like really unhealthy patterns, emotional patterns, and mistreats people, you know, hurt people, you have no idea what went on in their lives. And that's not about me making excuses. That's about me understanding that humans are complicated. We all have different upbringings, different traumas, different triggers, different wounding. It's not so black and white. It doesn't mean you have to put up with bad behavior, but we can also have compassion and understanding for, like, I kind of see wounded people like wounded animals. Anyway, I know I'm going to get some opinions about that. I don't want to talk right now. I need some space to think and process my thoughts. What does your person want to say to you? I'm getting emotional. I ask myself if I am who you truly deserve. Victim mentality. You deserve the world and more. I've never been able to express how much you mean to me due to past trauma. I can use a good example of, like, if you see it a lot in movies, and it's actually a thing that happens, but the bully that bullies everybody and pushes everybody around and is an a-hole and kicks others down, tries to bring people down to their level, tries to make people feel bad. I bet you they have a parent like that who does the same thing to them. I feel safer hiding and watching you from a distance. That way you are not close enough to hurt me. And they're not close enough to hurt you. No one has ever made me want to change my behavior until I met you. And that's why I do these soul contract readings all the time, because it's about change. It's about both people transforming. People can change. These are insane. My life is one big mess, and I am working hard to fix it so I can be free. Please be patient with me. They're a mess. It's a mess. I'm sitting in their energy. I'm planning on reaching out to explain why I went quiet, and I hope you are willing to listen. I would be in no rush to get that message right now. Like, give them time to, I'm seeing the vulture card, give them time to rebalance. God brought you into my life for a reason. I'm trying to understand the purpose of our connection. It was to wake them up. It was to inspire them to change. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go cleanse my energy and meditate again. And I'm going to send your person love and light, just like I send you love and light. And then I'm going to get in my Halloween costume. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon.